bring the snowman down here for the winter aesthetic, you know. Oh, can't see him. Can you see him? Do it for the booktube. Hello friend, how are you doing today? My name is Mary and this is Happily Ever Esch. I am so glad that you are here with me today to chat about books. Today I would like to talk about my 2020 bookish resolutions, bookish goals, whatever you want to call them. We're here today to talk about them. So let's just get started. So I'm really bad at goals, resolutions. I'm really bad at sticking to things. I'm a very optimistic person. I have lots of aspirations of doing things, and you know, sometimes it just falls flat. I'm also very if I fail, I don't want to get up and try again. I'm like, oh, it's been ruined. So I really like the fresh start of a new year, but I don't want that to be my sole purpose in trying new things and new goals, and I don't want to be discouraged by my past failings to not try again. So here we are making some goals for 2020, some accountability maybe. If not, it's fun to think about it. So that's what we're gonna do today. None of these goals are super specific, and I'm really trying this year to kind of be focusing on some big goals that I have, and setting little things during the month to do. Krista over at Books and Jams does a really good video talking about her planner that she's going to be using in 2020, and it's like a goal setting planner. I'll link it down below. But the idea of kind of having these big ideas that we want to achieve, but setting small goals in between that was just very appealing to me. And again, this lofty optimism that I have will often make me say I'm going to do this one big thing and try to change it all at once, instead of giving myself small obtainable goals that are in my reality to achieve. You know, lots of people probably do that, but it was a little revolutionary for me. So if you're like me, I will link that and you want to check out Krista's video and her thoughts on that, I will link it down below in the planner that she'll be using to kind of help her with that. So I got this little habit tracker. That was another thing. I love bullet journals and all the different spreads and tracking, but it's so much work to do that I'm just lazy and I'm not going to do it. So I need things that I'm beautifully pre-made that I can just fill in. So that's what this little thing is. It says big things often have small beginnings, and it's a habit tracker. You can put your name in it, set your goals. So you can put some those big lofty goals in the front, and then it has 12 sheets with a different quote on each sheet, where you can write in little things that you can do to help meet those big goals and track it. This isn't just a reading thing that I want to track. There are some reading goals that I will be tracking, but this is just kind of overall. So in January, I want to do daily yoga with Adrienne. She does a 30-day challenge in January, and I've done it before and really enjoyed it, so I'd like to do that. I'd like to start intermittent fasting, which is just where you kind of have a structured time where you'll be intaking your calories. And so this month I'm starting from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. doing all of my calorie consumption. I think I make that smaller in the next couple months, but wanted to start out with a full 12 hours. To be out of bed by 7 a.m. On the weekdays. To have my phone go to bed at 9 p.m. I'm gonna actually make it a little bed. I don't know, there's something about good night phone, putting it away, that's good for my brain. I want to read 20 minutes. I do a lot of audiobook listening and can kind of sometimes let my physical reading go to a wayside, but I think that that's an important goal that I want to have every day, at least 20 minutes of reading. It doesn't have to be consecutive, preferable, but doesn't have to be. And then just doing a nightly prayer with my husband, kind of having a focus before bed on that. And so that's everything for this month, but you can change them, which I really like. And yeah, I'm excited to keep track of this. And beautiful things help, right? I don't know if you signed up for all that information, but you sure did get it. So now let's talk about my bookish goals in 2020. So the first thing that I want to do, my biggest goal, and is always a goal, and I've always failed, but this is the year, right? This is the year that I want to focus from reading off of my shelves. I am eyes bigger than stomach, always have been. I remember my grandpa being now Mary, you don't have to get all the food now. If you're hungry later, you can get another scoop. Instead of wasting the food that you already put on your plate that no one wants to eat after you've got all your germs in it. And I was like, no, Grandpa, like, I'll eat all this. And then never did. And it was always like, should have listened to Grandpa. That's how I am with books. I have so many. I get a lot of books secondhand. There is something about buying things that, you know, just gives us all the thrills. But sometimes they get put on your shelves and then, you know, they're not new and shiny. So then you end up with way too many books. And I don't, like, it's not something that I'm complaining about. It's wonderful to like have a shelf full of books, but I want to read them. I want to read them. So that is something that I really want to focus on in 2020. And so to help me do that, we'll see. In my mind, help me do that, I have taken some inspiration from April over at Getting Hygge with It, and Codie, who does the Wheel of TBR. I can't think of her channel name right now, but she's got lots of subscribers. I'll put her channel down below if you haven't seen those videos, but I love them. When I found out about her, I binged all of the Wheel of TBR videos. They're so much fun. But every month there's kind of prompts for the TBR, and both of them kind of do different rules, but it was this prompt idea that I really liked. I'm a huge mood reader, so I'm not someone who can have like a super set TBR, but I really liked the ideas of making prompts that would fit well with books on my shelves, that I would still have some wiggle room to pick books. And this isn't going to be something that I set monthly. I'm going to pick some different prompts out of my little cup, and I'm going to pick some books from my shelves. That's the thing. These are only for my shelves that I think would fit well with that prompt. I'm not married to one particular book, but these are just to help me read, and I would like to complete them all. I would like to complete them all in 2020, and I'm going to put them in my book journal, and I'm going to like tape them and write the book that I read. And I don't know, if you haven't seen my honorable mentions best books of 2019, you should go check that out. I'll put it up there in a card. But I talked about picking up Alone with You by Marissa Silver, and I picked this book up because I just wanted to try one of the prompt ideas. I picked this book up because of Lowly Rated, a book that has 3.5 stars or below on Goodreads. I don't know if I think this is like around a 3.5, 3.6, but it was why I picked it up, and it ended up being so good for me. So it gave me so much energy to start. And yeah, I have lots of different prompts. So like that was one I will put back in for the 2020 year, but I have Mary Pick, so I can just totally mood read from my shelf. One with a beautiful cover, a library haul. So I did throw some ones in here that would maybe just be fun, like go to the library, pick some books out. I have a treat your shelf in there. A lot of these prompts are taken from April and Codie. So again, they get the credit. Go check them out. A book that was gifted to me. A nonfiction book, travel, a book set outside of the United States, a family saga. Yes, so all the cards in my little thing. That's my goal. So I think it'd be a fun like little project to film too. So we'll see how it goes. But that's my #1 and most lofty and ambitious goal of 2020. Next is the Goodreads goal. Always a Goodreads goal. Last year I set it at 30 books, which was really good for me because I met it pretty early on in the year, and then I was just kind of reading for fun, which I enjoyed. I also had a baby in 2019, so I knew that maybe I wouldn't read as many, but I read 46 books, I think, and some change. I'm like in the middle of a couple, and so that was really exciting for me to see, like, you had a baby and you still read all of those books, and so that was exciting. So this year I'm setting it at 40. I hope to well surpass that, but again, I don't want the pressure. I don't want to be reading for a number, and I think 40 is more than attainable for my reading life in 2020. My next goal that I would really like to do is to carve out a reading time or a reading rhythm, if you will, in my day. I just want it to be something that's natural, that's something that this is the time that you read every day, and just make it something that's just so seamless into my like daily habits, daily rhythms. My husband and I talk a lot about rhythms, about like the rhythm of eating, the rhythm of going to work every day, of going to pick your child up every day. There are things that we do that they just happen. They happen every day as a natural rhythm in your life. And while I do read a lot. I don't have that specific rhythm yet in my life where I do this at this time every day, and I would really, really like that. So as I showed you my little tracker earlier, that's why I have my like 20 minutes of reading. Again, this month it doesn't need to be consecutive or at the same time, just starting to like get that kind of habit going. But you know, eventually, as I make this more of a rhythm and a habit in my life, I would, as I do my tracking, kind of make that a little more specific. But we're having grace and we're being patient with ourselves in the beginning as we get into these goals. But yes, I would love that. So that would be a wonderful thing to add to my life in 2020. Next are a couple of more like Booktube-ish goals. This is something that I did pretty regularly a couple years ago and have come in and out in 2019, and it is something that I would like to become more regular in my life. I enjoy the community. I enjoy chatting with you all down in the comments below. I enjoy being in community and communication with other people who make booktube videos, and I just find myself more engaged when I'm sitting down and making the videos. I also found myself more engaged with my reading at times because I was thinking like, how will I talk about this? Or, oh, I'll get to like talk about these fun books with the camera, but really with you guys, the people watching the video. And so yes, that's another thing that I would like to, you know, I want to be gentle with myself. I want it to be fun. I want it to work into my life well. I don't want it to take away from other aspects of my life, but it is something that I want to commit to doing. So I think I would like to post once a week. I think that's an attainable goal. I never was good about doing that, and if it becomes too rigid, you know, it's not something I want to force myself into, but I think once a week is a good healthy and manageable goal for me. I also would like to do vlog one time a month, whether it's like we're going on vacation or we're going home and doing something special, or participating in more readathons in the community. I think my vlogs work a little better when I have like something specific to focus on. I would like to make vlogging more regular in my uploading content as well. And then last goal, this is like the very lofty, beautiful, big resolution, is to just be gentle, to have fun, and to participate in community, in the booktube community, and to really fight comparison. I think that it's so easy to do, and it's something that I really have to take a step back and fight that comparison and that niggling feeling that you're not good enough, or someone is so much better than you, or, you know, why did this person get more views, or, you know, all of those things that you have to fight, and I have to fight that. And so I really want to make the focus to be on fun, on community, on being gentle with myself, and just getting, like, this is such a cool thing to get to interact with people, to get to talk with people, to people about books, and just focusing on the joys and the love of it. So yes, I couldn't not put one of those in. So yeah, that's it, guys. Those are my bookish goals and some other resolutions. I also might be talking about some like balance with social media, because that's another thing that I would really like to do in 2020, especially like seeing my young child grow, and already his like obsession with the phone, like he just wants to get the phone so bad, and mostly chew on it, and I think it's something that mom and dad hold, and you know, those are the coolest things that mom and dad hold. But like also like seeing that already, like you want this so bad, like, and I want it so bad, like as a person who has you know, a big attachment to their phone, and just like fighting that and like finding a healthy balance, because I love booktube, I love Bookstagram and seeing the beautiful photos. I love getting to share photos with him that his grandparents get to see that they normally wouldn't. So I'm not like social media is terrible and I want to cut it off forever, but I do want to have a healthy, balanced relationship with social media. I still don't know what that looks like. I've read I've read books about it and talked to people about it, and you know, it's great to do all those things in theory, but I would like to have some action this year. So I might throw some of that content in as well. Yes, so that's it, guys. 2020 bookish goals. I'd love to chat about goals that you have, bookish related or not. Please put them down in the comments below. Say goodbye to the little snowman. Snowmen are winter, not just Christmas, so they can stay, right? They might stay for a little bit, but yes. All right, friends, it was good to talk to you. It's good to chat with you. Have a wonderful and happy new year, and I will talk to you later. Bye.